Hey, hey. Okay. Don't break my heart. I've been there before. I don't wanna do it all again, but here I am. Sick and messy.
So today on Studio Therapy, we have our first guest. We have Kiyomi in the building. So R&B sensation, Bay Area's own. You let the audience know where you from, where you come from, but can you give us a little bit of background about who you are and what do you do?
Yeah, well, I'm Kiyomi. Been making music for about 5 years now. Started in high school. I write my own music. Just starting to learn how to engineer myself, record myself.
Okay, so what type of music do you make? Do you consider yourself R&B artist, or what type of category you put yourself in?
It's a pocket of R&B, I guess so. You know.
Pocket of R&B. So
Yeah.
who do you look at as an R&B artist, if you could say?
Probably like Kehlani, Summer Walker.
Okay. Have you met any of them before?
No.
No, not yet. Not
no.
Kehlani. She's from Oakland too, so.
No, I've been around her people. I've seen her perform once. She was definitely like one of my main influences when I first started out, for sure.
Okay. And we got you here today, so before we get started into the live session of recording and things like that, I just want to know, like, basically, like, how did you get into music as, like, right now? Like, what got you into music as when you was younger, growing up? Like, what attracted you to music?
I feel like I've always been into music, always loved music. If you look back at like our old VHS tapes, there's a bunch of videos of me performing, you know,
Right.
At the house and stuff like that. But it wasn't until around high school. Well, I used to just go home and do karaoke in my room. Like, that's what I used to love to do. But one day I didn't really like, you know, when you compare yourself to other people, you know, you're trying to sound like the original artist.
Right.
One day I was just like, let me just make my own, because it's not hitting right now when I'm doing karaoke, so.
So you started making, like, your own version of, like, mixtape songs? Like, you was taking people's beats and, like, singing? What's, like, some of the first songs you remember that you was doing out at that time?
What do you mean, like karaoke or just like?
Yeah, karaoke. Like, what songs you remember singing, like, what beats and stuff, like, she was, like, singing at that time?
Probably some Kehlani songs, Justin Bieber songs.
Okay. You singing that baby? Oh, we just like.
I had some videos when I was younger. I used to do
those
covers. I don't know where they at now.
I was about to say, we could add it to this video.
I used to run on my little flip camera.
Dang.
Yeah, in elementary school, I used to post them on YouTube. And then one day in middle school, somebody found it. I deleted all of them. I got so embarrassed.
So, could you sing back then, or is something that you learned how to do over time?
I've always sang. But over time, just learning how to be more comfortable with my voice, embracing my voice, and seeing what I could do with it in my own way, you know.
Who taught you how to sing? Because you have, like, a very unique, like, acoustic voice. Like, it's very, like, soothing and warm. Like, who taught you, like, how to get that? Who got that out of you? Like, who showed you?
I don't think anybody taught me how to sing. I've just always done it. But, like, building songs and stuff like that, I definitely had some people that helped me with that.
Okay, and that's when we get into the next question. So the next question was, like, how do you describe your creative process? Like, you know, building the song, creating the song, things you learned, things you've seen over time. Like, so Kiyomi, you about to make a song. Let's go through a process of you about to create a song.
As of lately, I just been recording at home. Grab a beat, find something that I like. Lately, I just been using YouTube beats, you know, and that's like the foundation of how I started as well. I've definitely worked with like producers before in studio and stuff like that, but just kind of taking the time to like see what I can do by myself. So yeah, find the beat and then just kind of get a feel for it. How does it make me feel? What does it make me think about? What have I been going through lately that I kind of want to express? And then the next step is probably just like filling out the melodies. It's either, usually it's the melodies first for me. to get like the vibe of the song and like the flow of it. But if not, then there's usually like a cadence I'll figure out, start with, add words to it, and then just like build it out from there.
So when you know you got the right beat, you kind of like just know because it's just vibe and everything's going together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you write your own music.
Yeah.
So you get no help.
I've had help before, but yeah, I write most of my music. Probably like 80 to 90%
Okay.
of it. Yeah.
Do you think does it matter for R&B singers or people that sing to write their own music, or does it matter, or just rapping? You feel like people should write their own raps. Like, how do you feel about people getting help? Like, as far as when I'm coming to create music.
I don't think there's a problem with it. Sometimes it takes a village.
Right.
But for me, like, I just like figuring it out, finding the words to describe how I'm feeling. Sometimes people don't really understand that, where I'm trying to come from, you know? And I don't really like saying stuff that I don't mean and feel. So, yeah, that's why I probably prefer to work by myself. But I'm looking to, like, get some help for this project I'm working on, help me fill in the gaps.
So
like that.
Tell the people what you working on right now, what project, or what new singles you got out right now.
I just dropped a single called Say with this label called Do What I Want. They basically helped connect me and the producer. They had a vision for the project. And yeah, it was like one of the first singles that were released from that project. But I'm working on my own little project. I've been working on it for like a year or two.
Why so long?
Just been chiseling at myself, basically.
So are you a perfectionist?
I probably am. Probably am. Yeah, I just want it to be a reflection of how I feel.
Okay.
An extension of who I am.
So how many songs you think on this project?
There's a lot of ideas, like a lot of demos. Most of them are probably not finished for the most part, but could be like 50.
What?
It could be a lot.
So
I don't
you
know.
can't
I
put
have
50
a lot.
songs on the project. You can make 3 different.
Nah. But these are like little timestamps, different
Gotcha.
ideas. You know, sometimes you gotta just get stuff out to get to the good stuff. You gotta let it flow out.
Gotcha, yeah.
But there's a few songs that I've been, you know, sitting on for a minute. So I feel like the project's slowly coming together. Got a better idea of the vision for it, you know.
Got it. Okay, and what song are you willing to showcase today that you want to show the people? Like, we want to know like the name of the song and what the song's about. So, what song you think about doing today?
Maybe that one of the songs I did at that show you see me at.
What song? They always slap and they always dope.
It's called Don't.
Don't?
Yeah, they're all working titles, so that's on my which one am I gonna do? But I think that one's cool.
Okay.
We'll see though. I still gotta look back and see.
Well,
what
you
I
can
got.
do too. You can do, I mean, we here, so I mean, we can do too. So, what is the Don't song about? Like, explain to us, like, so when you do sing it or break down the lyrics, like, it's like, what was the idea behind the song? What's the song about? What can you say about the song?
Well, I feel like I'm like a lover girl at heart. But with that, you know, comes a lot of like vulnerability, and you know, sometimes you get your heart broken when you love so hard. So I think that song is just like, if I do start something with you, like, just be careful with me, basically, you know.
So do your music reflects your life? Like, how does it affect your life and your emotions when it comes to music?
It definitely does, like, pieces of me. There are times where I struggle to like really write out and describe what I'm feeling, like going through in the moment. But I definitely pull from like a place,
Gotcha.
a real place inside me, you know, things I've gone through, things I felt.
So is that how you make your best music, is when you use like experiences you're going through, you feel like?
Yeah, because I want the music, I want to feel good about it, and I want to like resonate with it. I don't know. I gotta feel it. It gotta feel right. It gotta feel like me.
Got you. So do you feel like the studio is your therapy, like music? Because the reason why we came up with this is because the studio for me is my therapy and music is my therapy. So like studio therapy all goes together. For you, what does that mean to you?
It definitely is my therapy, you know. I feel like sometimes I'm not the best at like expressing myself and like communicating, but I've worked on that through music. Like I found my voice and feelings through music.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And is it anything that you give aspiring artists, like somebody that was like an R&B singer or somebody that was young? What kind of advice you give them as far as like trying to come up and do something on your own? Because you say you record yourself, you write your own music. What can you give somebody like that's trying to make it in the music industry or trying to express himself through music?
I'd say just stay true to yourself and learn your voice, and use your voice as like an instrument, and figure out what you like and like the songs or artists, like what you like about it, so you could not take from it but take inspiration from, you know.
Got it. Okay. And I know you was in LA for a while, so could you explain to us like the LA culture? What like brought you out there? How was it like doing music out there, just being on the scene? Like,
Yeah.
did you meet any cool people, any stories or anything you could share with us about like your experience out there?
LA was a time. It was a time. I went out there just to see what I could get into. I think I was like 19 or so. Just went out there and see what would happen. It's cool. I met a lot of cool people. You definitely see how within reach like these stars and mainstream artists are. You know, they only a few people away.
Right.
Yeah, I ran in, seen like people at the most random places. I seen Four Bats at like a hotel lobby. Seen Smino at a club, like just kicking it, partying. Yeah, you just never know. Seen Miranda Cosgrove driving down the street when I was getting my coffee. Yeah, iCarly.
Well, that's a random, yeah.
Yeah, so it was cool. I got to see and be like in the industry, you know, like that's the industry playground.
Right.
You know, got to get a feel for what it really is, production wise, and like what it takes to build what, you know, a lot of the world is like consuming.
And also, like, did you like commercial too? Also,
What do you mean?
I don't know. It was a Puma or something.
Oh yeah.
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 So what was
I did
that
do a
about?
little-
Because I know I've seen it on your Instagram page. Like, was it a promotion or were you just doing a commercial or how did that come about?
It was like a collaborative campaign thing they were doing. So
how'd you land that? Like, how did that come about?
honestly, I don't really remember.
Really?
I don't really remember. But yeah, somebody reached out, and dude, I probably had like a breakdown before that whole thing. Like,
Damn.
I didn't even want to do the whole thing, but
Why?
I'll be in my head. I'll be just going through it in my own ways. But like really pushing through those moments. Like, I'm glad that I did, you know.
Man, it was a dope commercial. That's
No,
what
it
I
was
remember.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm super grateful I had that opportunity, for sure. And that those people, you know, even know who I am, wanted to work with me.
Right. That's dope. So, do you feel like, so you said you had a breakdown in your head, so is the music industry like a hard place? Like, if you're not built for it, like you're not gonna make it? Like, has anybody, since you're a female, try to take advantage of you or just like, you know, try to say, oh, promise you things for, you know, quid pro quo, like, I do something, you do something. Like, I know a lot of females coming up in the industry, like a lot of males try to take advantage. Like, have you ever experienced, you ain't gotta say it, but like, do you see them type of things happening in the industry?
For sure. I feel like there's a lot of female artists trying to, you know, pave a way and get through that. I know it's like a mission for a lot of us to like figure out how we can like be in this like male dominated industry and stuff like that, and be more in control, because, you know, there's a lot of people that will try to tell you what to do, how to do it, how you're supposed to look while you're doing it. But yeah, you just gotta stick to yourself, be true to yourself.
So, any advice you give like a young female, if somebody prompts you something, like how do you go on about that type of stuff? If, you know, they call it sleeping way to the top. What kind of advice you give somebody that was young trying to go to LA that might not be from California? Like, what would you tell them how they should move out there?
I say just stay grounded, stay true to yourself, and just like try to build a strong relationship with yourself, because a lot of people will try to, if you don't know what you want to do for yourself, people will try to tell you how to do it,
It's true.
So, yeah, just know your value, I think.
Right, so have value and know yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I heard you say you had a breakdown. So, like, can you take us through that day? Like, what caused a breakdown?
I don't know. I just be going through it in my own ways. I deal with like anxiety and depression at times. Yeah, there might not be an exact reason. Maybe I just don't remember, but things can feel overwhelming at times.
Right.
You could doubt yourself. But it's always at those moments where I'm just like, I can't quit now. I feel like at those moments, that's when you have to push a little bit harder, because right on the other side of that is something great.
Yeah, exactly. So what helps you push through the moments when you did break down and when you did have anxiety, panic attacks, things like that? How did you keep like going forward and not quitting or losing your mind?
Faith, gotta have like a lot of faith.
Definitely.
And trust yourself and show up. Gotta show up for yourself, If an opportunity comes and it feels right, you might as well show up for yourself regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to speak to existence. Is any artist out there that you would love to work with? Anybody you listen to now? Anybody that you feel like, oh, I can collab with that person? It could be anybody. Like, who's your dream idol to collab with or be a part of?
My favorite artists like change all the time, but I want to work with Pharrell one day. Yeah.
Did you want Pharrell to produce you or produce you and get on the song?
Either way. And producing though, because he knows.
He crazy. Man.
Yeah, he knows what's up. There's this band called Crucified I've been listening to. Crucified. Yeah.
Where they from?
I'm not really sure, but I know like their bassist. I met them in LA. They're super sick. Who else? I mean, just to have Kehlani. She's just been one of my inspirations.
I feel like she'll collab with you. So Kehlani, if you're watching this, you might know her. They know Kiyomi's looking for you. So
yeah, whenever the time right.
She's very humble. I see Kehlani always reaching out and always showing love. And she's from Oakland, so she's from the Bay.
No, for sure.
Yeah, so
for sure, she's one of the first people I've like seen and like really resonated with.
That's crazy because I remember Kehlani was being this little group like when she was younger, and I was like in Berkeley, like asked me like what's it called, the Juneteenth or something. She was like singing, and I remember seeing her. I think she was like a 13 or something.
Damn.
Yeah, she was like singing. She was with this group. You know that before she blew up, she was
she was on America's Got Talent. Yeah, she's on
that same group. They was performing at the Juneteenth or something. And I remember seeing her. I was like, that little girl can sing.
Hey, we all start somewhere. That's
right.
Crazy.
And I remember seeing her, so that was pretty dope to see where she's at now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do with the next. So what's next for you?
What's next? I'm figuring it out day by day. Man.
So goals. You said album, right? So what's your goals? Like, what's next? Like, it ain't gotta be far ahead, but like, what's the ideas of you have? What's next for you?
I just want to release something, on my own terms too. Be more in control of it as well. My goal is to release something on my own, like this year, at least one thing, and if not this year, like the top of next year, like hopefully around my birthday. First project I actually released, like my first EP I did, was around my 18th birthday, and like I did like turn my birthday party into like a mini concert, music festival. Had a bunch of like my artist friends pull up and like perform, and I performed my whole little EP.
That's dope.
I want to do something like that
like
again.
Like a little record release, a little EP release.
Something like that. Yeah, I want to do something like that again. Bring it like it's full circle. I've been trying to get back to like the foundation of like why I even started this. Why am I even doing this? Yeah.
So what's holding you back? You don't mind me asking.
What happened?
What's holding you back? Or releasing your own stuff, or just releasing a song, or doing a video on your own? Like, what's holding you back, you think?
Lately, I've been noticing it. I think it's just me, just in my head, just being a perfectionist too, wanting things to feel right. But also, I've just been like super just to myself, so haven't really got too much feedback from other people. I kind of lost touch, and I question if anything is even good, you know.
Gotcha.
But just gotta finish and keep it pushing, and hopefully like hit my goals, you know.
Right.
That's how you show up for yourself. So that's my goal.
So now when you record music, it's like you don't have like a second opinion. You kind of like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's your opinion matters most, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I noticed at the show you was like, I hope y'all like it. I just recorded it. So he was like, so yeah. So I now I kind of see like what you're saying is like you don't know if people really like you like what you like, but you kind of like in your head about
you
know what you putting out.
Me in my room and like me listening to the same thing over and over again, and yeah, after a while you're just like, Like one day you'll like it, I'll love it. Next day I'm just like, this shit is trash. Like, oh my god, I need to rethink this. But then I'll, sit on it for a little bit and then listen to it with fresh ears again and then see how I'm feeling with it, and then maybe I'll finish the song. But it's probably, I haven't been finishing my songs either, so just sometimes you gotta step back and then it'll come to you,
Got you.
Yeah.
So what? How you get into recording yourself? I know we had to kind of at the end, but I want to know how you got to recording yourself. That's pretty dope. Seeing a female that know how to sing, record herself, and then mix and master, some way produce herself. So how did you get into that?
I think it started when I was living
and
in
play
LA.
play instruments. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You can play.
yeah.
You can do a whole lot of stuff.
Bit.
A little bit, but you pretty dope. We look, we ain't got nothing to show, but you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how where'd that come from?
Well, instruments, I started playing, I think my first instrument was the ukulele, in middle school. And then guitar. I had, one of my dad's friend's little sisters teach me when I was super young. And then, I don't know, I just be playing around with it. I know, the basic chords and stuff like that. Finger picking and all that, and I don't know nothing about that. I can't do that. I just keep it simple, do what I can.
Right.
But instruments are like my toys, if you leave me alone with the instrument, I'm gonna play with it. Yeah. But recording myself started when I was living in LA. One of my roommates, she had her own little setup, and whenever she wasn't using it, I would go in her room and I would
So you was
get
sneak
cooking.
using it, or she's
No,
like, go ahead.
I think she let me. She let me.
Okay.
Yeah, she was nice enough to let me use her computer and all that. Yeah, shout out Ale. Really helped me out. But yeah, that's how I got familiar with Ableton, because that's what she used. That's what was on her computer. Just watched her, plus use what I learned just from being in the studio. And then yeah, just been learning as I go.
Is she a recording artist too? Did she?
Yeah, she's a recording artist and producer.
Dope.
Yeah.
So you learn from the best.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I got a lot of talented homies around me.
And that's dope. And that's dope because I seen you in action. So that's the reason why I reached out. I was like, you recording yourself too? He was like, I just recorded this. I'm like, no, I'm so used to the dudes doing stuff. Everybody want to be a rapper recording stuff, but by you actually picking up that skill and taking it to the next level is really dope. You're not waiting for nobody to record you.
You gotta claim your power somehow,
Yep. Yeah, because some females, they divas and they don't want to do anything, just be the talent. But you no, you working just as hard as everybody else, and you putting yourself out there.
I try.
Right.
Yeah, I try.
So, so do you do you interact with your fans a lot? People that reach out, what is that like for you?
I definitely love meeting people who like my music, support me at shows, getting to talk to them after. It's really one of the best parts of this for me. Seeing the impact in real life, in real time, is really cool to me. The fact that somebody could take your art and your experience and relate to it in their own way is really cool to me. Yeah, I reply to some fans. on Instagram sometimes. There's one supporter, I don't know where he's from, but he be DMing me all the time. And you know, like, you know, you just gotta show love to the people that show love to you, because
True.
I wouldn't be where I am without my supporters, without the people, you know, pushing me and affirming that, you know, I got it, you know. So if they believe in me, why don't I? Why wouldn't I? You know, why let them down when they believe it in it, you know?
Do they keep you going?
For sure, for sure. I feel like I'm super shy at heart, you know. But having people that's like, yeah, you got this, like, really motivates me to keep going.
Got you. Okay. Well, that's dope. And, you know, we have Kiyomi. Thank you so much for your experience, your insight, you know, sharing a little piece of your life. And I hope that people really enjoy what you about to, you know, show them, because you really can sing. I really enjoy your voice, and, you know, just to hear your story and, you know, about experience in LA, what you're trying to do now. You know, thank you for taking the time, you know, to meet, you know, with us today. So anything you want to say before you know, leave out of here?
Thank you for, you know, giving me this platform to, like, reflect on my experience. I definitely want to be a resource or any help, you know, to anybody else that wants to do the same thing. So, yeah.
Oh, definitely. We're going to do a lot more things. I'm pretty sure this is only the beginning. And you're very talented.
I appreciate it.
You're very smart. And like I said, just the work you've been putting in. And like I said, I've seen you perform live, and you blew me away. So I really hope, like, this helped you get you more out there. And, like, just me hear your story, like, just so humbling. And it's always good to meet, you know, someone young and just full energy and have their own sound. So, yeah, I'm going to end it on that. So this is a studio therapy session. And this is episode 1. So
What?
this is a wrap. You're the first one to be here. Clap it up. You're the first one to be here. So you're going to bless the mic. You're going to, we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to get to the other part of it. So, yeah. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. Boom.
Hey, hey. Okay. Don't break my heart. I've been there before. I didn't wanna do it all again, but here I am. 'Cause it could get messy if you let it. But I don't got time to be playing no games. I ain't not the same as those other girls in your face. I'm top dollar, baby, they lose change. Come on, do you have what it takes? Think about it.